I'm talking about is it is the end of the year. So if you're out there and you're a goal setter, it's time to set goals. One of the most important things you can do. It's in November right now. You need to be setting goals. My goals for next year, well, probably from now till next year. What are you doing? Get down. She's so silly. My cat. My goal this year is going to be, 1, I'm going to finish my book. 2, I'm going to start my next book next year. And 3, I want to put it up on YouTube as an audiobook. And then I'll have someone, I'm probably going to have a VA turn it into a print book, an ebook. So those are some of my goals this year. My question to you is, what are your goals? What are you going to do to make your life better next year? So, what do you plan to do? Are you going to get in trucking? Are you going to just make more money? Spend more time with your kids? And speaking on kids, which is the other question I have, I was watching a video about Amber Cole. Basically, it's a young 14-year-old girl who gave oral sex to some young guy who used to be who was her ex-boyfriend, 14 years old. And when I heard that, what it made me think about is, like, I see a lot of guys in trucking, and they get into trucking, they in for 2-3 years. At that point, guys, you can do a lot of different stuff. When you're in for 2 or 3 years, you really don't need to be doing over the road. I don't really do over the road anymore. You really should just get out of over the road and start thinking about hauling fuel, hauling groceries, hauling all types of stuff like that. At that point, it's time to change the game. It's time to do something else. One of the biggest problems I see a lot of drivers do, a lot of you guys stay in too long on that over the road stuff, and your family start to crumble, and before you know it, you in divorce, seeing your kids on the weekend whenever you home. So don't stay in the game too long. And again, I go back to goal setting. The guys that do that tend to have no goals. So what is your goal is extremely important, and it's always important to start that from the beginning. One more thing I'm gonna cover. I saw a guy recently. He was shooting a trucking video. He was finna go to school, but when he started doing something that kind of concerned me, which is he went to a truck stop down the street from where he stays at. He looked at stuff, and he went, this company, I see a truck every time from this company, therefore this company should have a company place where they drop off by his house. So he goes down to this truck stop. Basically, he sees a truck there from a certain company every time he goes, and he assumes there's freight there. That's not how you find out freight is in an area. The way you find out freight's in an area is you need to find a warehouse, and then you talk to the drivers at that truck stop and find out where the warehouse is. See, the warehouse is the huge point, and you want to find more than one thing they're doing in your area, because contracts get canceled all the time, and you can end up with your rear end out in the air if you don't focus and understand that they could lose that one account. But if I can find 3 accounts, like Warner Enterprises, just as an example, at the Detroit truck stop off exit 32, I believe it is, in Detroit, and not in Detroit. Well, it's not Detroit. I think that's Woodhaven, Michigan. They have a drop yard. So that drop yard services Canada. It also has freight coming from Canada. It also has freight that goes across Michigan over to Illinois. It has freight in several areas. There are several vendors that drop there all the time, including Family Dollar, Dollar General, refrigerated trailers, all that stuff. So if I lived in Woodhaven, Michigan, it would behoove me to go ahead and possibly, like if I worked for Warner Enterprises, you can go there and you can park your car at the drop yard. You also, well, you could when I went there. I don't know if you still can, but you could park your car at the drop yard. There was tons of freight there. Normally it's empty through the week, but on the weekend it's packed as hell. They also have Home Depot down there. They also have just some General Mills freight goes through there, and some Walmart freight. So that's